Hi, and welcome to Yoga with Tim. Today we're going to do a power yoga class. Let's begin seated. Sit with your legs crossed at the middle of the shins. And as you exhale, let your spine sink back. And as you inhale, draw the spine in, roll your heart open, roll your chest open. Exhale, let yourself rock back onto the sit bones. Inhale, rock up onto the sit bones, draw the spine in, roll your shoulders open, chest open. One more time, exhale. Inhale. Then keeping your spine tall, bring your fingers to your side. Take your left arm up, inhale. And as you exhale, crawl your right fingers over to the side, but sit down through your left hip. Inhale, turn your chest up. Exhale, turn your chest towards the ground. Inhale, back up. Change sides. Reach your right arm up and over as you sit down through your right hip. Inhale, turn your chest up. Exhale, turn your chest down. Inhale, back up. Bring your hand back up. Then with your spine tall, lift from the bones behind your ears up away from your buttocks. Drop your right ear over towards your right shoulder. And stretch to the left side of the neck, down through the shoulder, through the knuckles. Then roll your chin towards your chest, right chest that is. Bring your head back up. Change sides. Lower your left ear over towards your left shoulder. Stretch from the right side neck, down through the shoulder, out through the fingers. Pretend like you're trying to listen with your left ear to your shoulder. Then tip the chin towards the left chest. And bring your head back up. Come onto your hands and your knees. Then instead of the spine sinking or rounding, come right into neutral. Bring your right knee up towards your right elbow. Holding the neutral, lift the knee out to the side. Externally rotate, internally rotate, and then make a big circle with your knee. Keep going, but try not to let your spine wiggle or sink side to side as you start to make these circles. Change the direction. Keeping your belly plugged up so your core is engaged. Lower that knee down. Bring your left knee up to your left elbow. Lift it out to the side, externally rotate. Internally rotate. Come to neutral. And then start to make circles. Change the direction. Set that knee down. Curl your toes. Lift your knees and hips up and stretch into downward dog. Inhale, shift into plank pose. Bring your right knee up to your right armpit. Step your foot to the outside of your hand. Lower your back knee down. Lift from your left side belly to your right shoulder, twist and take your arm up. Step back into downward dog. Inhale into plank pose. Left knee to left armpit. Step your foot to the outside of your hand. Lower your back knee down. Stretch from your right side belly up to your shoulder. Twist and take your arm up. Stretch back into downward dog. Inhale into plank. Right knee to right armpit. Step your foot to the outside of your hand. Lower your knee. Twist. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bring your hand down. Step back into downward facing dog. Inhale into plank. Left knee to left armpit. Step your foot up. Lower your knee. Twist. Spin from your belly up to your shoulder, arm up. Downward facing dog, stretch back. Walk your feet forward to the front of your mat. Inhale, find a flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come all the way up to stand. Raise your arms. Exhale, Samasthiti. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Step back into plank pose. Lower slowly, chaturanga. Inhale into cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward dog. Walk your feet forward. Inhale, find a flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, Samasthiti. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Step back, plank pose. Lower slowly, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Walk your feet forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, Samasthiti. Inhale into chair pose. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Step back into plank. Lower slowly, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward dog. Reach down to your left foot as you raise your right leg up. Inhale. Exhale, knee to chest, pull up. Step your foot up by your thumb. Push into your right heel, lift your belly, float your arms back behind you. Set your left hand down and twist. Take your right arm up. Bring your hand down. Lower your knee down. Reach from your hips down into your back knee. Lift your navel, raise your arms. Exhale into cactus. Pull the elbows down, squeeze in the back of the armpit, shoulder hard up. Inhale, reach your arms back up. Bring your hands down. Step back, plank pose. Lower slowly, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Raise your left leg up. Shift into plank, pull your knee up. Step your foot up. Inhale up onto your fingertips, drive through your left heel, then reach your arms back. Set your right hand down and twist, take your left arm up. Bring your hand down, drop your back knee, move your buttock flesh down as you lift from the front of your pelvis and raise your arms up. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, back up. Hands down, step back. Plank pose, inhale. Exhale, lower slow. Inhale, cobra, upward facing. Exhale, downward dog. Walk your feet forward to the front of your mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, chair pose, bend your knees, sit back, arms up. Stand, Samasthiti. Push right down through your left heel and slide your right heel up the inseam of your left leg. Vrikshasana, tree pose, palms together. Then interlock your fingers with your right index finger on top, turn your palms inside out, stretch your arms forward, rebend your elbows, and stretch your arms up. Plug the inner arms down into the socket and stretch from your outer armpits up into your hands. Bring your arms back down and lower your leg down. Change sides. Reach straight down to your right foot as you bring your left heel up onto the inside of your thigh. Join palms together. Interlock the fingers, left index finger on top. Push your arms forward as your collarbones spread. Rebend your elbows and reach up. Notice the tendency for your middle to sink forward. Keep your middle in as you stretch your arms. Bring your arms back down and lower your leg down. Inhale, raise your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Step back into plank. Take a vinyasa or stretch right back into down dog. Step your right foot up, warrior one. Inhale your arms up. Open to your side, warrior two. Then straighten your right leg, and as you push down through your back foot, pull up from a hair up on top of your head, keeping your middle in, slowly start to bend your right knee. Then tip from your pelvis out over your thigh. Go forearm to thigh or hand on the outside of the foot. Take your left arm over. Reach into your feet, come back up into warrior two. Straighten your right leg, but turn your right thigh so that your knee points straight out over your second, third toe. Tip from your pelvis out over your leg and place your hand down onto the block or onto the floor. Spin your navel, spin your chest, and take your left arm up. Instead of trying to pull your hand behind you, reach from your shoulders into your hands and spread through the tops of the shoulders into the hands. Breathe in and out through your nose. Never do any actions so forcefully that you sacrifice your breath. Then bring your left hand down. Spin your back heel up. Bend your right knee. Plant your left hand and twist. Take your right arm up. Roll onto the outside edges of your feet. Push down through them as you lift your navel and your heart. Then up to you. You can hang out here in the modified side plank or step your right leg back to stack. Come back into plank pose. Lower slowly, chaturanga. Inhale into cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward dog. Step your left foot up. Warrior one, inhale your arms up. Open up to your side for warrior two. Now lift out of the pose a little, reach through your back leg, pull up through a hair up on top of your head, keeping your middle in, slowly start to bend your left knee deeper. Then tip from your pelvis out over your thigh and go forearm to thigh or hand onto the foot, outside of the foot, take your arm over. Inhale, come back up. Straighten your left leg and tip from your pelvis out over your leg, keeping your knee on its track. Place your hand down. Draw the skin from below your navel up towards your chest. Roll the chest open and take your arm up. Bring your hand down. Spin your back heel up. Bend your knee. Then plant your hand flat and twist. Modified side plank, turn onto the outside edges of the feet, push down and lift your heart. Or full side plank, step your left leg back to stack on top. Slowly with control, come back into plank. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Step your right foot up by your right thumb. Warrior one, inhale, reach up. Bring your hands behind your back as you straighten your right leg. Roll your chest open. Then inhale your arms back up. Bend your right knee. Arms to your side, lean your heart out over your knee, but reach through your hips, through your back heel as you pull your heart forward. Get longer through the line of your back ankle. Lift your navel. Inhale, come up, arms up. Exhale, arms back out to your side as you lean over. Drive through your right heel instead of gripping with the toes. Inhale, come back up. And hold. Then again, straighten your right leg, hands behind your back, knuckles together, roll your shoulders open, step your back foot a little closer for stability as needed, and fold forward out over your right leg. Now in any one of these poses that we're doing, you should stay steady on your feet. Instead of sinking into your legs, draw the hips up, but reach down into the feet at the same time. Lengthen all the way out. Then inhale into a flat back. Reach your arms straight back. Step up to balance in warrior three. Draw your belly in, come up to stand. Bring your left knee up. Stretch your arms up. Then bend your right leg and wrap your left leg over. Cross your left arm under for eagle. Or take prayer hands. Uncross your arms and your legs. Stand tall. Then press down through your left heel. Hug your right knee up. And twist open to your right. Hold there or reach down through your big toe and stretch the leg out without sinking under. Stay tall as you can up over your left ankle. Look forward, raise your arms. Cross your right ankle just above your left knee. Bring your hands to prayer and start to sit back like you're sitting into a chair. Keep your left sit bone on a track with your left heel. Hold there or bring your elbows to your shin, heart forward. Hold there or even put your hands down. Then come back up to stand. Mountain pose. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Step back into downward facing dog or take a vinyasa. Step your left foot, warrior one. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, straighten your leg, bring your hands behind your back. Press your knuckles, roll your shoulders open, inhale. Stretch your arms back down, reach up and bend your knee. Then arms down at your side, lean out over your knee, reach through your back leg into your back heel. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, stretch back out over your knee. Drive into the heel instead of gripping with the toes. Inhale, come back up. Hold. Then left leg straight, hands behind your back again, step the back foot a little closer for stability, and lengthen all the way out over your leg. Inhale into a flat back. Stretch your arms straight back. And step up to balance. Without your foot touching the ground, come up to stand. Bring your knee up. Raise your arms. Bend your left leg. Cross your right leg over and your right arm under, or just take the prayer hands. And uncross, stand tall in mountain. Press to your right foot, left knee up, twist. Hold there, or take your big toe. Look forward, raise your arms up, then cross your left ankle just above your right knee. Bring your hands to prayer and start to sit back. Keep your right sit bone on a track with your heel. Go towards where you went on the other side for 5 breaths. Come back up to stand. Mountain pose. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Then lift your heels up. Lower your buttocks onto your heels, arms forward. Hold here or bend the elbows back and practice leaning into crow pose, or bind the hands behind the feet. 5 breaths in crow or in malasana. Then whichever one you're doing, sit your buttock to the ground, come into boat pose. Squeeze in with the legs, draw the inner bone, arm bone back into the socket. Draw your belly in and see if you can lift your feet up without sinking back. Then lower slowly into Ardha Navasana. Come back up. Cross your legs, hands next to your hips. Push down through your hands, lift your hips up, and maybe even lift your feet up. Lower your butt down, Navasana. Lower slowly, Ardha. Then lower your shoulders, raise your legs up. Holding your low abs in, lower your right leg slowly and change legs. Keep going now. 10 more seconds like this. Keep your hips lengthened out of your lower back, your shoulders and chest open. Then bring your knees together, knees tucked in. Bring your knees over to the right without your left shoulder lifting. Back to center, knees over to the left. Keep the right shoulder down. Back to center, knees over to the right. Back to center, knees over to the left. Back to center. Set your feet down onto the ground. Cross your right knee over your left knee. Shift your hips over to the right a little and let your knees fall over to the left. Come back to center, knees, hips back to center. Change the cross of the legs. Hips over to the left a little. Let your knees fall over to the right. Come back to center. Hug your knees to your chest. Roll yourself up to seated. Have a seat on your block if your hips are tight, or you could sit flat if your hips are pretty open. Cross your left ankle to the outside of your right hip, right ankle on the outside of your knee. Make your priority to sit up tall, so just hug your knee in, breathe length into the spine, and then see if you can twist around your tall spine. Come back to center. Change the cross of your legs. Come back to center. And then we're going to practice Gomukhasana legs. So with your right knee down, you'll cross the left knee over as best you can. Sit tall, or even start to tip forward. If it feels like it's going into your knees, then just sit simple cross legs instead and work on folding forward. Or you can try sitting up on the block with trying to cross the center of the knees. Come back up, change the cross of your legs. Left knee down, right knee on top. And then start to tip forward. Then sit back up. And we'll take the left hand behind the back from under, the right arm straight up. Bend your elbows, slide the hands towards each other, then bind and reach in opposite directions, or pretend like you're binding or grab the shirt and stretch, breathe space into the fabric in between your elbows. It's the soothing sounds of construction work and your breath. Release, change the cross of the legs once more. And this time we'll take the right hand behind the back from under, left arm up, bend the elbow, slide the hands, and hold. And release. Then stretch both legs out, sit flat. Inhale your arms up as you reach down through your sit bones. Exhale, stretch out for your feet. Inhale back up. Lie down on your back for Shavasana, corpse pose. Let each wave of breath wash over you, letting go of the tension that you're holding in your body. Each exhalation, let it roll down past your feet and away from you. And as you let go of any physical grips and tension, let go of any worries or concerns, down past your feet and away from you. Anything that comes up that's preventing you from being present. When you catch yourself getting caught up in a thought, just exhale it down past your feet and away from you. Then gently bend your knees, roll over to your side, and press yourself up to seated. Bring palms together. Namaste. Hey, thanks so much for joining me today. If you enjoyed today's video in particular, then let me know below what you liked, what you didn't like. Hit the like button regardless, because you got through all the way in. At least you just do that. And then if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel and turn on your notifications so you don't miss any future uploads. And while you're at it, if you haven't already, become a member of the community. Go to my website, sign up, and I'll see you next week. Have a great day.